I've been using Fujifilm cameras and lenses for over 10 years now. And within that time, I've had several lenses. I've had the classic kit lens, 18 to 55 millimeter. I've had the telephoto lens, 55 millimeter to 200 millimeters. Played around with the 16 to 55 millimeter. Also the 16 millimeters to 80 millimeters lens. But there's one lens that has survived them all as they've come in and gone back out. And I'm sharing, which is my ride and die Fujifilm lens, which I will never let go of. So I'm talking about the 35mm f2, which on Fujifilm's APS-C sensors is around about the equivalent of 51mm. You'll have heard the classic term nifty 50. That's exactly what this is. This has been with me since day one. I think I picked it up for around about $350 to $400 brand new, and I fell in love with it. I've traveled all over the world with it, around about 50 countries, and when new lenses have come in, this one ends up surviving them all, and I want to explain why. First of all, it's the size. The size is incredible. This is such a portable lens. I mean, look at it. I've got tiny, tiny hands, and this lens is just perfect. You can see just how small it is. You can fit it in a camera bag easily. You can leave it attached to your camera all the time, and it has no weight whatsoever. You'll hardly know it's there. And the build quality itself is excellent. Now, I've been quite abusive with this lens, and as you'll be able to see, it's got a lot of scuffs. It's definitely a heavily used lens, just how it should be, by the way. And it's still working perfectly fine. The interiors of the lens are spotless, so there's no impact on image quality. It's a weather sealed lens. This means that it keeps out elements, of course, such as rain, and if you're out on the beach, you're in sand, dust, those kind of elements. This has done a superb job over the last decade of keeping them all out, and I'm happy to say up until this point I've never had any issues in terms of spots or mold or anything like that appearing in this lens. Of course, it's an aperture lens as well, and it's clicking aperture. I know you like that. We all like that. And it's a joy to use. Now, that's the build quality. The image quality is some of the best I've seen. It's an f2 lens, and throughout all f-stops, it's super sharp, like incredibly sharp. You would literally need to get an excellent, massive magnifying glass and pixel peep your eyeballs out to find a flaw in terms of the sharpness and image quality in this lens. And for what I paid for it, less than $400, you're just getting professional level image quality, and anyone that wants to argue against that, you're wrong. I love the contrast in this lens. I love the way colors come through, obviously the way that it works with the sensor. On Fujifilm bodies, I've partnered this with the Fujifilm X-T10, the Fujifilm X-T2, and now my current daily driver, the Fujifilm X-T3. And just image quality is consistently incredible when I pair this lens with those cameras. Now, I'm not going to get super scientific about the bokeh, because quite frankly, I find that boring. But when I'm wide open at f2, say I'm shooting a street portrait, for example, the bokeh's beautiful, it's creamy, the subject is isolated, the background is nice and soft, and if you're looking for kind of an everyday portrait lens, perhaps, you may want to go for the Fujifilm 56mm f1.2 because, it's renowned for its sharpness, its detail, its character. But honestly, if you're on a bit more of a budget, you can get excellent portraits out of this lens. Which brings me on to the main point of why this lens has stuck with me for so long, and that is versatility. It can do pretty much everything. I do street photography, I do portraits, and I do travel photography. And those are very blanket terms for everything that goes within those genres. There'll be landscape, there will be up-close product shots, there will be, as I say, portraits of people. Maybe I want to get more of an environmental portrait. You can do that with this lens. Maybe I want to do a headshot. You can do that with this lens. Maybe I want to get some architecture. That's right, you can do that with this lens. Now, of course, it's a prime lens. So if you're coming from a zoom lens, you may need to adjust. That comes with practice and just perseverance of using prime lenses. You'll learn over time, kind of in nature mode, how to or where to stand in terms of distance of your subject. And it's a much more, for me at least, enjoyable experience of making photographs when you are in complete control through your legs and feet of how much you crop into an image. So whilst all those other lenses are fantastic, don't get me wrong, and they can absolutely serve you well, this little 35mm, 51mm equivalent lens, it's the jack of all trades. And I know the finish of that is master of none, but I disagree. This can do everything, and it's going to give you excellent image quality. It's going to give you a range of shots so you can have a diverse portfolio. It's going to last you a long time, $400 over 10 years. It's an investment that has such an excellent return. So if you're looking for one lens, if you don't want to have a huge collection, and you're asking me, which one should you get? Every single time, without hesitation, I'm recommending the 35mm f2. It's never going to leave my side. So that is my ride and die Fujifilm lens, the 35mm f2. I want to know, what's one lens that you're not prepared to let go of? Please let me know down in the comments. It doesn't have to be a Fujifilm lens, could be any camera brand, any lens brand. Just let me know down in the comments. And of course, if you like this video, hit a like, do subscribe. YouTube will let you know when I next publish. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate you if you've stuck till the end of the video. Until next time, I'm Dan. This is Zen Frames. See ya.